If you're watching this, you likely aspire to become a millionaire someday. But what if I told you that the hardest part isn't reaching $1 million, but rather your first $100,000? According to legendary investor Warren Buffett, once you hit this magic number, a lot of the hard work is already done. So stick around until the end of this video for a special treat. Let's dive in. You might think the best way to get rich is by having a high-paying job, picking great stocks, or being born into a wealthy family. While these help, nothing beats the power of compound interest. Knowing how to use compound interest can mean the difference between getting very rich and just getting by. Warren Buffett calls compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. He says, if you understand it, you earn it. If you don't, you pay it. Buffett himself got rich using compound interest. As a kid, he wanted more than his nickel allowance, so he sold Coca-Cola, gum, and magazines door to door. He also delivered 500 newspapers a day, earning a penny per paper. Over time, those pennies grew a lot through compounding. Einstein supposedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. There's a story to explain it. A man asks a king to put 1 grain of wheat on the first square of a chessboard, and then double it on each following square. The king agrees, not knowing that by the end, he would owe more wheat than his whole kingdom has. This shows how a simple idea can lead to amazing results over time. Once you hit $100,000, compound interest really starts to work. Here's a story about two friends, William and Richard. They're the same age, have the same job, and make the same money. But there's one big difference: how soon they reach $100,000. William doesn't see the importance of getting to $100,000 quickly and only hits this goal at 45. With a 10% return and no more savings, his money grows to almost $1.1 million by age 70. Richard, on the other hand, learns about the importance of $100,000 in his early 20s and reaches that amount by 30. With the same 10% return and no more savings, his money grows to over $4.5 million by 70, $3.5 million more than William. The only difference is Richard reached $100,000 sooner. This shows the power of compound interest. Your money works for you. By hitting $100,000 early, 98% of Richard's wealth came from investment gains. Now that we know why $100,000 is so important, let's look at how to get there by learning from Warren Buffett's early years. These steps are based on how Buffett managed to gather his first $100,000, which later grew into his $134 billion fortune. First, you need to save money to invest. This might seem obvious, but many people miss it. Savings are the difference between what you earn and what you spend. Think of yourself as a business trying to make a profit by earning more and spending less. By age 21, Buffett saved nearly $20,000, which is like saving over $240,000 today. Here are 3 tips from Buffett to help you boost your income and reach $100,000. 1. Find an additional source of income. Buffett loved side hustles. His favorite book, 1,000 Ways to Make $1,000, taught him about compound interest and inspired his ventures. He once made money by fishing golf balls out of a pond and selling them. His most successful side hustle was a pinball machine business. He and a friend bought old pinball machines, fixed them up, and placed them in barber shops, splitting the profits. After a year, Buffett sold the business for $1,000, over $116,000 today. 2. Get a job where pay depends on performance. Buffett's first job didn't pay well, so he switched to a commission-based paper route. He earned a percentage for each paper, motivating him to be efficient and sell more subscriptions. This greatly boosted his income. Today, performance-based jobs like sales can be very profitable, with top performers making 6-figure incomes. 3. Work in a field where you have an advantage. In business, a moat is a competitive edge that ensures long-term success. The same idea applies to careers. Aim for a job where you're good, you enjoy it, and it pays well. For Buffett, this was working as a research analyst for Ben Graham's hedge fund. He was skilled, loved stocks, and the job paid well. In just 3 years, his net worth grew to $140,000, $1.6 million today. By following these tips, you can quickly reach the $100,000 mark and build a strong foundation for your wealth. Start investing as soon as you can, even with small amounts, to take advantage of compound interest. Remember, the key is to have your money work for you. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more investment tips. Let me know in the comments if there are other topics you would like me to cover. I will see you in my next video.